Hollywood actress and pronoun queen Rachel Zegler, she, her, hers, by the way, Snow White herself, is now in big trouble on Twitter, facing a massive amount of backlash over this new thing that she decided to say, this new insane tweet that just came out that we're going to be taking a look at here. And of course, this is what continues to happen. All of these actresses and actors continue to open their mouths and say all of these ridiculous woke things, and they suffer a massive amount of backlash for it. This is coming with this Vanity Fair article where they did an interview with Rachel Zegler, and she decided that she was going to just spout off on a bunch of nonsense when it comes to Snow White. So, what can't Rachel Zegler do? West Side Story to the new Hunger Games prequel to Disney's Snow White remake. The Dynamo star keeps rising. Oh my gosh, she is so unstoppable, so stunning and brave. Queen! Although she's only been in Hollywood for a short time, Zegler already had some zany stories, like the time her dress ripped at the Critics' Choice Awards. Wow, this is so mesmerizing. So this is the tweet that has landed her in a lot of trouble. She just wrapped the new live-action Snow White, an adaptation that Zegler says will provide some necessary updates to the original story, which is exactly what we all are hoping for when it comes to Snow White, right? That's all that we want. We want them to update our Snow White stories. This is the question that has been on our minds, the thing that has been pervading in our heads for years, for decades at this point. Please update Snow White. So let's get into this and see what she says. It's an 85-year-old cartoon, and our version is a refreshing story about a young woman who has a function beyond someday my prince will come. And yes, the backlash has been glorious over what she says here. Literally any story, updated for modern day audience. It gets even worse than all of that, because Rachel Zegler turns out to be a complete phony, a total hack. Who would have thought? Who is shocked by this news? I know that I'm not. I have exactly the proof to show you guys here to show that that is indeed the case. So this is, of course, Rachel Zegler. This is what she says here. Snow White people are making these jokes about ours being the PC Snow White, where it's like, yeah, it is, because it needed that. Snow White apparently needed a PC version of Snow White. Did anybody ask for this? No. Literally no one has asked for that. By the way, this is Snow White apparently, okay? This is Snow White. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, Snow White. So apparently, and I didn't know this, but I just found out about this, Rachel Zegler, before she was cast as Snow White, only ever saw Snow White once in her entire life. Snow White actor was scared of original Disney animated movie. So this is what she said in this quote. I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once, and then I never picked it up again. Wow, sounds like she's a huge, massive fan of this character and really passionate about bringing this character the representation that she needed. I'm being so serious. I watched it once, and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which is called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing this film. Like, just let that sink in just for a second, okay? And then take what she says here in this interview, where she says, asked by the outlet about what she hoped to bring to the role of Snow White, Zegler replied, there's not much I can say about it besides the fact that Snow White has constantly been criticized, even though she's the original Disney princess, and we love her so much. Rachel Zegler loves Snow White so much that she only ever saw the movie once before she was cast as this character. That's how much she loves Snow White, okay? That's how much she's passionate about bringing the representation that Snow White needs. These are, of course, just another signs that she is a hack. She doesn't actually give a crap about this character. She doesn't care about bringing the representation that this character apparently needs, which no one has asked for. This is all just woke nonsense coming from Hollywood. This is just elitist nonsense that Hollywood is continuing to impress on the rest of the culture in order to try to stir up division and continue to keep us all divided and weak and everything else. And with all of that being said, let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that a lot, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.